Hey guys, welcome to this next YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about a drill to give you the best balance possible when you're putting. Now it's a really common trait I see amongst golfers that when they're putting, there's not enough stability within the stroke. There's too much sway around the body, the head's moving around too much, and when that happens, it's just going to be really hard to consistently bring that club face back exactly to your original setup position every single time. If we can do that and repeat that, then obviously we have an efficient stroke and we're going to be coming back to our setup position pretty much every single time. That's going to be meaning that we're going to be starting the ball on line. Not only that, when we're moving around, you're going to be adding extra power into your stroke or taking away power possibly, just because of that sway. And swaying is probably a term in golf that we probably want to avoid most of the time. So in this video, we're going to give you a drill just to try and reduce the swaying, keep you nice and balanced throughout your whole putting stroke, and then hopefully hold some more putts. Let's get into the video. So as we were saying, when this happens and there's not enough stability in the stroke, there's generally going to be too much swaying around. Now if I'm swaying off center, then that can generally probably maybe cause me to push it. If I'm swaying into the ball, then that can cause me to pull it, just because that's going to be where your putter path is being directed. And also it's a very common thing to hit a putt and then sort of come out of the putt or sort of lose your balance through impact and into the end of the forward stroke. So being nice and balanced not only through the stroke is important, but definitely at the end of the stroke as well. If we're able to post that finish for at least 3 seconds, then we're obviously going to be in balance. And it's the same rules applies for your long game swings. So if this sounds like you, then I've got the perfect drill for you to try and ensure that you're staying balanced throughout the whole stroke. Now if you can do this drill, then it's definitely going to train the body in order to stay centered and balanced, and also help with your tempo. Because generally as well, coming back onto tempo, if you have a stroke that's too quick, then that could actually cause your body to be pushed off center. So it can definitely be a tempo issue also, because if you're too slow, then you might be dragged back with your putter or dragged through with your putter for that extra sort of power mechanism. And if you're too quick, then it's just going to be harder to keep the center of your body nice and stable, just because the momentum is just going to be dragging you backwards and forwards. So again, both of them things are going to reduce stability. So if you can do this drill, it's definitely going to make sure your tempo is on point as well. So the drill is, you don't need any sort of aid for this, it's just a putter and a ball. Obviously when we set up, we want to ensure that our feet are shoulder width apart. Okay, we don't want to be too wide, and we don't want to be too narrow, as again that's going to make it harder for us to stay balanced. So I hope that just clears up a few things on the stance width. But with this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our foot into the middle, our right foot. Okay, we're going to try it with our right foot first. Then we're going to lift our left foot off the ground. And we're going to try and get some smooth strokes with one foot in the air. So firstly, the benefit to this drill is it's going to make sure our tempo is nice and steady. Because you can see that if I bring it back too quick, it's going to be easy for me just to fall off balance. Plus also, if my tempo is too slow, then I'm just going to make it harder for myself to stay balanced. And the reason for balancing on one foot is it's really going to emphasize you staying very stable through the stroke. You can see there I'm making a conscious effort to keep the center of my chest over my foot and my head very still. As if there's any swaying or upper body movements, then that could cause me to fall off balance. So you can try it with your right foot, and also you can try it with your left foot. Same rules applies, get the ball in front of the foot and just try and feel it from there. And you're probably going to have a weaker side, so it's important to practice on both sides. Maybe get 5 putts on with your right foot and then 5 putts on with your left foot, and then go back to your regular strokes. When you get your feet shoulder width apart, try and keep that stability the same, just like you were staying on one leg. So there's a super simple balance drill for you to try. Get really good at that, and it's obviously going to have a positive effect when you have 2 feet on the ground. As if you can do it with 1 foot on the ground, you can definitely do it with 2 feet on the ground. But just ensuring when you switch back into 2 feet, you keep the feeling the exact same, as in that's going to mean that the change is happening. So you can try this drill. If you find you suffer with poor striking when you're putting, or if you suffer with a big push or a big pull, then it could be down to your body movements, which is then going to boil down probably to your stability and your general balance when you're putting. So not only is it important in the full swing, it's also really important when you've got this putter in your hand as well. If you can stay balanced, you're going to be more efficient at delivering it square at impact consistently. So thank you for watching. If you can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment in the comment section below if you tried out the drill and how you got on with it, and then any other video suggestions you'd like me to crack on with over the coming weeks. Thank you again for all the support, and I'll speak to you soon.